I'll go ahead right now if you want me to.
Yes.
So, way back when, in January, I was sitting at my computer. I was working, new computer, breaking it in good, and I started to smell something. Going, uh-oh, that's something burning. I look over at my computer. Everything's still working great. I'm like, okay, well, what's going on? Shut it down. I pulled this out of the computer. Now, this was caused by, if you can see it, over here, and again on the back side, was caused by power backfeeding from a second power supply. It's a power supply mismatch. I suspect, I have a highly suspect, and this was done, I would like to say with less than a 2-volt differential between the computer's onboard power supplies and the secondary power supply that I had on my graphics card, which this killed a graphics card. So a $400 graphics card died to get this info. So if anybody wants to see it, you're more than welcome.
So should I be worried that it's going to fry my car?
No, not at all. But I'm going to pass it around if anybody wants to look at it. But anyway, that being said, what I suspect happened was a contactor in the car failed. And the way it failed closed. Now, in electronics, we refer to switches as open or closed, conducting or non-conducting. Closed being conducting, open being non-conducting. One of the circuits going to the charger, the vehicle's onboard charger, failed. And backfed power into the charger is causing a differential. It started to heat up. Then the components started to fail. First goes capacitors, then transistors, and then goes wiring. When the wiring goes, the car lights up like a Christmas tree. And it also catches fire.
Yeah, if you've ever seen the DC-DC converter behind the passenger.
Actually, I don't think it's in the passenger in this one. I believe the DC to DC converter is at the back of the front.
Oh, on the newer ones, yeah. But on the classic ones, it's very near the 12-volt
The
battery.
classic ones, it's actually exactly right here.
Yes. If you have seen the first responders video that shows where the fire people are supposed to cut away to cut the cords to make sure that the car is safe, you'll see where the DC-DC converter is. I've actually had mine replaced because of the heater element. That thing is full of relays, and if there are certain situations where if certain relays are energized at the same time, it would probably cause problems. So one of the official statement from Tesla was there's a software update that fixes this to keep this very rare situation from happening.
So basically, Tesla, this is a testament to Tesla's commitment to safety. They issued a software update right away as soon as they found a possible cause. To fix a problem that could have been a recall. GM would have waited till 350 plus cars caught fire. And or deaths. Before issuing any sort of software update or doing a recall.
This was the only case?
This was the only case.
And they responded?
They sent the updates before they announced what the update was for.
So is this an update that we know about, or was
Yes, it's already been installed.
Yeah.
Now, is it one that we know about,
Yeah.
or was it one that was forced on us?
It was one that we know about.
Okay, so the people who were still on 6 wouldn't have it.
No.
People who are still on 6 wouldn't have it, although that's very unlikely at this point.
There are still people that are on 6.
I know.
But okay, but that's
Why would you still be on 6?
because
If
they
you're
don't
in
like the interface
Croatia and hacked your SIM card or something like that.
I mean, if you have an older car, which you don't, but if you did,
Yeah.
the change on the dashboard interface is significant. It doesn't add a lot of value, some would say. So
And
some
also-
people who are sticks in the mud.
And also, if the sun, and also if the sun hits it just right, it'll wash out your entire speedometer.
Yeah, I find it illegible, but I'm on 7 now. 7's illegible.
I speak this from fact. It was about 4 o'clock in the afternoon in August, and it just hit me just right. Coming in the driver's side window, washed out the entire instrument cluster. I did several bug reports on it. And my contacts have since said should be addressed with 7.2, but.
So, back to our Ask Us Anything. I have 2 questions, but I'll wait for other people. If anybody has anything that's burning up front, otherwise I'll ask one.
Did y'all hear about the P100D uncovered by a hacker?
By Hughes. Jason, yeah. I actually worked with Jason a little bit on some security testing. And yes, there are things that I cannot say about the car's firmware. Let's just say that there are a few things that Tesla would rather you not know about. And I've got confirmed through vehicle security in Palo Alto.
Joe?
I haven't followed Tesla on the car fire, but did they reimburse the individual for the car?
No, insurance covered it.
Insurance covered.
I read online that I'm supposed to have a hidden pocket on the driver's side of the car, and it's pretty well hidden. Does anybody
It's
have,
only, you're talking about the one that's on the front.
The kangaroo
seat.
bucket?
that I read about, yeah.
They took it out with the enhanced,
Oh.
when they redesigned the seats.
So I don't have it. Quit looking.
When they gone undercover.
If you had the original premium seats, it was on that.
Oh.
Second,
My signature
Oh, I
series
really
car.
wanted it.
Yeah,
I thought that'd be
they
cool.
need to date those things when they say, look for, you've got,
if your VIN is between this series of
Yeah.
numbers,
Yeah.
plus this series of numbers,
Yeah.
plus this third series
because I was
of
looking
numbers,
at all the windows down, I'm going like, this one doesn't do that.
It's just like straight down.
It's straight there.
Okay. It's
Sorry.
just all-
And then I
I
realized
know.
I don't know what you're
the update.
Y'all have autopilot. We don't have that. In fact, I think I was like third-ish in DFW Metro to get a Model S, so.
Okay.
So I got a question. Does anybody else have where the stereo continuously cuts out?
I had that after the first upgrade to 7.1, and I just rebooted it.
I rebooted, so and it will do it several times per song.
Is it
So-
like slacker or USB?
Yes, but it will. It doesn't do it when the car is not moving. It only does that.
Can you see the buffering that's happening on the line?
It's all full.
Okay.
It downloads the song like that.
So the next question that I would have would be, do you have a whole bunch of nav data saved in your car?
I don't think so.
No,
No, but it sounds like the
but-
speakers are just cutting out, like they're losing
Okay.
power.
Well, I would contact the service center about that. And I would actually, send a message to Chet.
I have a video of
And-
of it, so.
And if Chet doesn't do it, I would call the 800 number and get them to escalate you to service engineering.
Now, are you listening to Skrillex maybe? That's very normal.
Funny guy.
I had my nav fail because it was full.
Yeah, that's what I was
I've
alluding
heard all
to.
about you.
Well, it worked for a while, but it's failing again. There's nothing in the memory. So now it's not a memory issue, it's something else.
So at that point, you might have to have a firmware reflash.
Or if it's in VRAM, it's reached its right click. Or if it's
Could have done that too.
Well, not necessarily. Well, I will say this though, the center display does have a limit on how many times the flash can be written. Let's just say it's 50,000 times. And that's just based on the chips and me having torn one of the center displays down. Yeah, I've got it on my bench.